What is up, people? Gutsy cosplayer coming at you with another Q&A session. It's been 1 year since I did my first one, so I thought, why not give you another dose of Q&As? So, before we start, rolling. Hey guys, right, so I asked people on the interweb net if they could give me some Q&As for this video, and they have come through. I have a list right here. I'm going to go through them all, and I'm going to tell you what the answers are to each one. So, I don't know who, I just wrote them down, so if I forget who asked the question, forget it, but here we go. Question number 1 is, what was the scariest moment of cosplay? Basically, it was doing it for the very, very first time. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea if people would actually know my character. I just went with it, and I am glad I did. It was one of the best days of my life. I met so many new people. So many people thought that my Jiraiya cosplay was awesome, and I am certain that at some point in the future I will either redo him, modify him, and bring him back, because Pervy Sage, you're awesome. Number 2, have you ever done a mystery cosplay, and if not, would you? I can't keep my cosplay secret. I really can't. I have to tell people that my cosplays and what plans they are, so I can meet up with people at cons, do photo shoots, and generally have an awesome time with people. My next cosplays are for Northampton Con. I'm doing Tao Kaka because I love her, and I'm also doing Tao Kaka at Doki Doki in Manchester on the 10th of November. Somebody's going to correct me on that, but I think it's early November. And I'm also going to bring Tao to MCM Birmingham on the Sunday. I'm bringing Koro Sensei on the Saturday. So that's probably answered one of my questions later on, which is what cons am I going to? There's your answer for that one. Number 3, if I had the power to change anything about Comic Cons, what would it be? Now, this is actually quite a hard question for me to answer, because I love Comic Cons. I love the variety of them. I love how some cons do one thing and some cons do another. But if I had to change one thing about Comic Cons, it would probably be, obviously other than lowering prices, but obviously that's not going to happen, would be to bring a wider variety of celebrity to a con. Now, obviously you've got your people from your games, and you've got people from your TV, you've got your comic book people, but you don't actually see people who do anime, like anime a lot. I mean, I love anime, and I know you guys out there love your anime, but a lot of the people that I see are all TV related celebrities that I have no clue who they are. Now, obviously that's only going to be valid for me. I mean, you guys out there, you know who people are from things like Game of Thrones, voice actors from Overwatch, stuff like that. For me, I don't know that sort of thing. I want more older voice actors and older celebrities that I actually know from my childhood. Now, that would be awesome, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Number 4, this question relates to my Koro Sensei cosplay. It says, if you're a student of Assassination Classroom Class 3E, what would my assassination technique be? Now, I'm more of a take your time type of assassin. I like the long-term, long drawn-out types of plans. Now, I would most likely use some sort of poison type assassination technique where I get my target and basically I just watch them die. I'm not one of these people who just like stabs a target, that's it, done, dusted. That's my type of camp. That's my way of killing people. Do you ever feel like stopping? Now, I'm presuming this is stopping cosplay. Yes, I do. I do feel like I want to stop. When my confidence and my motivation drops so bad that I just think I can't be bothered anymore. But then I see something online, I see somebody do an awesome epic cosplay of something that I've already done, and I think that's amazing. I've got to improve, and that's why I keep going. Sometimes, yeah, in the near future I probably will stop, but hopefully with me and the to-be wife, Husky Ninja, go check out her videos on her page as well. Definitely want to bring up children into the cosplay community, because I love it when kids see me as my giant octopus or a giant cat or something like that, just to see smiles on their faces. That's why I don't stop cosplay. Do you ever feel that you're just seen for one cosplay? Not anymore. About 2 years ago I was just Grell. People knew me for Grell and that was it. But now I've brought Koro Sensei and Tao into my repertoire. A bit of French for you there. I think people know me for a more wide variety of cosplays. I mean, some people know me from my Jiraiya because it was the one they saw me in first. Some people see me as Grell because they love their Black Butler. Koro Sensei is just a flipping legend when it comes to me going out in cosplay, because people love him to bits. And Tao is starting to get more and more noticed because of the new games. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, if you haven't played it. What was your worst cosplay or Comic-Con moment? I don't have a worst moment. I wish I would. I've had funny moments, and I've had moments where my friends have been a little bit upset. That's probably my worst moments, is when my friends get upset. If my friends get upset at a Comic-Con, you can always come to me. Always come and find me, and I will give you a chat. I'll have a talk with you, make your cosplay better, make your Comic-Cons better. Can we see your cat again? Yes, you can. Give me 1 second. Kitty, come here. The people want to see you. Oh, don't moan. One kitty. There you go. He's so big and fluffy. Don't look at me like that. All right, I'll put you down. There you go. One cat. Right. Who is or was your biggest inspiration when it comes to cosplay? I don't really know that many big celebrity cosplayers. I love, obviously I have to say my other half. She's a big inspiration for me. She keeps me motivated. I would probably have to say, just anybody in general who does cosplay. They're the ones that inspire me. Other cosplayers inspire me to do better. Now, that's the only thing I can say about that one. What's the next one? What would your dream cosplay be? Good lord. I've always wanted to do some sort of armour build. Now, I don't have the funds or the knowledge yet to do one. I want to wait until after my wedding. Once that's done, I'll probably think about starting some sort of armour build. I'm not sure what it is yet. It'll probably be some sort of Pokemon, possibly. Maybe like a Jinko Pokemon. Some sort of dragon type armour. Something like that, I'm not sure yet. But the one cosplay I want to do that isn't armour eventually is Auron from Final Fantasy X. Because I love him, he is such a badass. What is your top tip for beginners? Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid of going out and cosplaying. Even if you think your cosplay is absolutely awful, there are going to be people out there that appreciate the fact that you've tried. You've tried and you've put some effort in. Because that's what people like to see. They like to see effort, and they don't mind if you've made a bit of a mistake. Again, top tip number 2, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Favourite person to cosplay? Well, so my favourite cosplay character at the moment that I'm doing has got to be Koro Sensei. He is an absolute laugh. I just run around as him all day at Comic Cons. People love him. When did I start cosplaying? I started cosplaying back in 2013, 2014, and I'm very glad I did. I actually did. Jiraiya was my first cosplay, as many people know. I did do a little bit of like closet cosplay before then, but I never had the courage to go out and actually do anything with it. Do I play Overwatch? No, I do not. I do not play Overwatch. I do not play Fortnite. I do not play any type of games like that at all. Mainly because the most technologically advanced thing in my flat is a toaster. I mean, yeah, I'm being stupid with that. Obviously, I've got TVs, I've got games consoles, things like that. I don't own a PS3 or a PS4. I think the best thing that I actually own is my Nintendo 64. And yeah, I will knock that out. I will blast out Star Fox in a night, in about 3 hours, because I'm crap at it. But it's a good game though. What am I listening to right now? Right now on my telly, currently paused, is the Assassination Classroom soundtrack, specifically Nakama no Tame ni. That's the song. It's the extended version, which is good, but I can't play it any on because I'll be copyrighted to hell. What's for dinner? For dinner is most likely some sort of chicken curry, maybe. I'll have to see what I've got in the cupboard. Probably I haven't got anything, so it'll probably be beans on toast. What cons are you doing soon? I've already answered that. Northampton in September, Doki Doki early November, MCM late November. What were your hobbies before cosplay? Now, before cosplay, I did a lot of Games Workshop stuff. A lot of Games Workshop, their Warhammer 40,000, things like that. I used to build and paint their models. I don't have any to hand to show you, but if you do go onto my Instagram at Gutsy_cosplayer, you can see them on there. I did quite a few. I put some of my favourites on there. Let's go and have a look at those. What are your thoughts on homemade versus store-bought cosplays? Now, this is quite a big thing for some cosplayers. They think that the homemade is superior to the store-bought because you've made it yourself. Now, obviously that is a plus. Congratulations, you've made it yourself. However, there's a lot of people out there that don't have the skills or the knowledge to actually build a cosplay from scratch. Now, I don't have that much knowledge. I built Koro Sensei with the help of my own mother. She taught me how to do sewing. So learning new skills is a big thing if you want to ever do a homemade cosplay. Going store-bought, a lot of people don't have the monetary funding to build a cosplay of their own, so they have to buy store-bought and then they modify. Great, do that. But don't ever be afraid to go out in a store-bought costume. Don't ever be afraid to enter competitions in a store-bought costume, obviously rules permitting, of course. But never put yourself down because you can't do homemade. There are a lot of people out there that can't do it, or either refuse to do it, or they just don't have the skill sets. For a lot of the time, cosplay is about learning. Learning new skills, learning from other people. So get as many people in your cosplay community as you can. If you've got Instagram, if you've got Facebook, and you've got pages, drop them below. I'll have a look at your stuff and give them a like. Equally, like other people's work. Go and have a look, see what they did. There's tons of tutorials on there to help you go from store-bought to homemade, because I did. I mean, my next cosplay is probably not going to be store-bought. It's probably going to be homemade because I've got the skill sets now that I can actually do it. Plus I've got my other half who's got other skills that can help out. I've heard you play D&D. What race or class do you go to, and do you prefer being a player or a DM? Wow. Yes, I do play D&D. Dungeons and Dragons, for people that do not know what D&D is. I have multiple characters, but my absolute go-to is my Dragonborn Barbarian. He is an absolute brute, and he just cleaves his way through things with his great axe. You get him angry, you get him in a rage, and he will just absolutely butcher you. He just tears you apart. The second part, being a player or being a DM, I don't really have a preference. I do like being a player, but I prefer being a DM, but only just. Now, if I'm a player for too long, I want to get back into DMing. If I'm a DM for too long, I like getting back into being a player. Now, I am working on a new story, a new campaign for my group, where we meet at Geek Retreat in Birmingham, mainly on Thursdays. We're currently going through a campaign at the moment which is quite Nordic feel, quite a lot of Norse mythology, think Loki, Thor type stuff. Now, mine's going to be completely different to that. So, obviously, D&D campaign guys, if you're watching this, be prepared for a little bit of weirdness. That was actually my last question. So if you have any more questions that you want to ask me, drop them in the comments, see what I think. I'll answer them in the next Q&A video, so expect it quite soon if I get a lot of them. If I don't, expect another Q&A in about a year or so. So I'm going to sign off. Guys, remember, keep cosplaying, keep having fun, be happy. Toodles.